Today, I'm going to be swapping every single first and second overall pick in every single NHL entry draft dating back all the way to 2003. And we are going to see what teams prevail and what teams crumble because of all the changes that I have made here in NHL 25. So, taking a look at the NHL, it is going to be vastly different. If we take a look here, Anaheim, 2 times they missed out on a generational talent in Sidney Crosby, and now 2 years ago, Connor Bedard. So they're going to have both of them on the team. The Buffalo Sabres will pick up Andrei Svechnikov, Aaron Ekblad, and none other than Connor McDavid at a 99 overall, as well as Matty Beniers, who is an 84. So this team might be a lot better. They could potentially go on and win a Stanley Cup in this sim. The Carolina Hurricanes will pick up Rasmus Dahlin at a 91 overall as he went first to the Buffalo Sabres. Chicago are going to get JVR, James Van Riemsdyk, as well as Leo Carlsson, who was drafted second behind Bedsy. Alexander Barkov and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins will play for the Colorado Avalanche, now 96 and 87 overall. For the Edmonton Oilers, we got Jack Eichel joining the team at a 91, as well as Tyler Seguin and Gabriel Landeskog. So they're going to have a bit of a different team now in NHL 25. Florida is going to pick up Sam Reinhart, which they already have in real life, obviously, but he was drafted to the Buffalo Sabres second overall. Aaron Ekblad, of course, went first. And we also have the dog, Nathan McKinnon, joining the squad. Los Angeles will pick up Steven Stamkos at a 91 overall. The New Jersey Devils will get Juraj Slafkovsky, who's still very young, at an 85, as well as Capo Kakko, who is way down here at an 81. Has not really developed, especially as a second overall pick. This dude's career high was 18 goals and 40 points last season, or actually 2 years ago. And then, if anything, he regressed back down to 13 goals and 19 points in 61 games. The New York Rangers are just flatly going to get better. Jack Hughes at a 95 overall will be joining their squad, as well as Quinton Byfield, who is an 86. After scoring the Stanley Cup winning goal back in 2010, we got Patrick Kane joining the Philadelphia Flyers, as well as Nico Hischier, who is the current captain of the New Jersey Devils in real life. Alexander Ovechkin will be joining the Pittsburgh Penguins at 39 years old, 89 overall. The Tampa Bay Lightning will grab Drew Doughty out of his prime at 34 years old, as well as a washed-up John Tavares. They're both going to be an 87 overall apiece. The only pickup that the Maple Leafs will get is a 90 overall Victor Hedman, as well as an 85 Patrick Fortnite Line, baby. Basically, him and Austin Matthews have both swapped places, of course. Evgeny Malkin will join the Washington Capitals at an 88 overall, as he did slot in behind Ovi in the 04 draft. And finally, Austin Tummyache Matthews will go to the Winnipeg Jets. He's a 96 in the middle of his prime. I pretty much went back all the way down to like 2003 NHL draft, and after that, I wasn't finding really any players that are still currently playing in the NHL. So now that I've gone ahead and swapped every single first and second overall pick over the last like 2 decades, we are going to see who will dominate the simulation and maybe form new dynasties in the NHL. Now, at the end of the first season, we got the Boston Bruins winning the President's Trophy. They had the most wins at 52. Dallas had 53. Tampa Bay was up there. We got Buffalo having a very good year, now with a prime Connor McDavid on their team. They should be very good. Ottawa, and at the bottom, the Columbus Blue Jackets. Very predictable. Montreal was bad, and the Nashville Predators also. Connor McDavid will go ahead and lead the NHL in goal scoring with 58 tucks on the season. Also had the most points at 122, followed by Draisaitl's 121. McKinnon was up there. We got Crosby at 106. Jason Robertson basically having a career high. I did not mess with the goalies because, let's be honest, Marc-Andre Fleury is the only top 5 goalie pick in the last like 20 years, but Ottinger had the most wins at 52. Oh my God, 3 separate goalies broke the NHL wins record for the season. And on shutouts, we got Ville Husso and Jeremy Swayman both having 8 apiece. And here we go, the most important part of the video, the Stanley Cup playoffs. Here are our matchups. Let's see who makes the finals. And now in the Cup finals, we have the Dallas Stars up against the Buffalo Sabres. So Connor McDavid, in his first year in Buffalo, could possibly win this franchise their very first Stanley Cup ever. Either that or they are going to crumble like a sack of potatoes. Here we go. Game 1 of the Cup Finals. Buffalo holds on to a 3-1 lead. 4-1 lead as Sam Lafferty will score on Jake Ottinger. Robertson gets them back to within 2. 15 minutes to go. It is a high-scoring affair here in game number 1 as Jack Quinn gets a nice power play marker. It's no secret who I'm cheering for here. Connor McDavid, favorite player of all time. Nail plays for Buffalo. I guess I got to cheer for the Sabres bringing it home. Robertson gets them back to within 2, but I think it might be too little too late, as the Sabres will take game number 1. All right, here we are in game 2 of the Cup Finals. Dallas needs to have a big answer, but they are going to allow, 3 straight in the second period and are down 4-2 here in the third with 14 minutes left to go. There they go. Evgeny Dadonov on Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen gets them back to within 1, but the Sabres desperately trying to hold on to a 1-goal lead here in game 2 and take a 2-0 series lead. Can they do it? Headed back to Buffalo with the opportunity of sweeping the Dallas Stars. This is a must-win game. If the Stars go down 3-0, that is basically wraps on the series. And yet again, they're down by 2 heading into the third. They just cannot get a lead in this series. Jack Quinn gets an insurance marker for Buffalo, and that might do it here in game number 3. The Sabres are 1 win away from winning the Stanley Cup and sweeping the Stars. Here we go. Do or die game for the Stars heading into the third. Oh my God, it's basically a blowout. And never mind, Mason Marchment back to within 2. But Jason Zucker, Jason Robertson, all the Jasons are showing up here in game 4. Oh my God, Wyatt Johnston. It's a 1-goal game. Dylan Cousins, what a barn burner here in game number 4. An absolute gong show in the Cup Finals. A 7-5 hockey game with like 8 minutes left to go. Well, here we go. 35 seconds remain in the third period of game number 4. The Stars empty their net. They're down by 2. Simi Steele coming in. A great save by Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen as the Buffalo Sabres on the verge of history, winning their first cup literally ever. Dadonov coming in, getting, I don't know, I guess bested by the defenseman there. I don't really know. He didn't make any moves. McDavid in the corner trying to help out. There's only 13 seconds left. McDavid killing the clock in the corner. He wants to win his first cup of his career. Greenway, shoot it in the empty net, buddy. There you go. The Buffalo Sabres will go on in year number 1 and dominate the Dallas Stars, sweeping them 4 straight wins in the finals. After they added Connor McDavid to the squad, they became a much better hockey team. And I mean, that is not really too surprising. I also believe they added Aaron Ekblad, who they drafted. I believe it was Sam Reinhart. Ekblad went number 1 in 2014. And now with the addition of the first and second overall picks, Connor McDavid, Conn Smythe winner, 15 goals and 36 points. And in his very first season as a Sabre, will do more than pretty much any other player has done in franchise history outside of like Dominic Hasek, but he didn't even win a cup, I believe, with the Sabres. As there it is, Lord Stanley awaiting the captain, who is no longer here. So Casey, who's 37 on the Buffalo Sabres? I have no idea who that is right now. It is, I cannot even tell. Regardless, he's going to go on, raise the Stanley Cup, and the Buffalo Sabres are champions in year number 1. It is Andrei Svechnikov. I completely forgot about 37. Obviously, Connor McDavid will dominate the playoffs. He had the most goals at 15 and also the most points at 36. Jason Robertson was very good, though, as well as Wyatt Johnston. Andrei Svechnikov definitely chipped in. Crosby in only 17 games had 25 points, and Connor Bedard. So watch out for the Anaheim Ducks. I would not be shocked if they go on a very deep playoff run, potentially even winning a cup with these two as their dynamic duo. McDavid is going to go ahead and win all the awards. We got the Norris going to Adam Fox, the Conn Smythe to McDavid. Matvei Mishkov wins the Calder. Igor will take home the Vezina, and Barkov on the Colorado Avalanche will still win the Selke Trophy. At the end of the second season, Vancouver surprisingly will win the President's Trophy, be the best team in the league, 53 wins, followed by the Rangers. Boston had a good season. Dallas, Winnipeg, and Tampa were all up there and at the bottom. Yet again, we have Columbus, Nashville, Seattle, Utah. Calgary was very bad. Nikita Kucherov will lead the league in scoring with only 108 points. Draisaitl had 106. McDavid definitely took a step back, at least points-wise. Pasternak was good. McKinnon on the Florida Panthers was good, as well as Crosby, both having 100 points on the year. And on the goal side, Connor McDavid yet again will lead. He had 53 on the year. McKinnon had 51, and nobody else even hit 50. Crosby had 43, which is good for a 37-year-old. What is Tommy Matthews doing on the Winnipeg Jets? 43 goals, 83 points. barely even producing as a #1 sniper in the league. I mean, I adjusted his stats. He's up to a 96. This guy theoretically should be performing very, very well in the simulation. If we take a look at the goalies, Igor and Demko will both have 54 and 53 wins. And for shutouts, John Gibson alongside Thatcher Demko will tie for the lead with 9 apiece. And here we go yet again. This is our year number 2 Stanley Cup playoff bracket. I'm very interested to see if Buffalo has what it takes to go back-to-back, or will we have a brand new team emerge and end up winning the cup. And now in the finals, we have a matchup between Winnipeg and Buffalo, which means McDavid versus Matthews on completely different teams than they play in real life. A best-of-7 series. We'll see if Buffalo goes back-to-back, or maybe the Winnipeg Jets will win their first. Here we go. Game number 1 of the Cup Finals. The Sabres trying to go back-to-back, and they're going to dominate 8-2 in Game 1. Oh, man, this game was not even close. I mean, Connor McDavid had a pair. Jack Quinn got one. Svechnikov, I think he had 2. Yes, he did. Jason Zucker got in the mix. The Sabres were just clearly better than the Jets. The Jets are going to need a massive response here in game number 2. They only hold on to a 1-0 lead here in the third period, but they cannot fall down 2-0 to the reigning and defending Stanley Cup champions. They're outplaying Buffalo right now. There we go. Austin Matthews gets one on Luukkonen and gives Winnipeg an insurance marker. Shots are 30-22. Buffalo making a stretch here. They're trying to claw back in the game, but there's not enough time as Winnipeg will tie the series up. A very pivotal game number 3 here in Buffalo, and after 2, the Sabres hold on to a 4-1 lead, 5-1 as Connor McDavid, 6-1. Dear God, this game is over. Get me out of here. Shots were even, but the goals, they definitely were one-sided, all to the Buffalo Sabres. We are either going back to Winnipeg with a 3-1 series lead or a 2-2 tie, and right now the Sabres hold on to a 5-3 lead as Austin Matthews gets the Jets back to within 2. They have time to come back in this game, but they're going to need to score a quick one here. 10 minutes remaining in the third. It is still a 5-3 hockey game as Buffalo trying to shut the door, go up 3-1, an inch closer to their second Stanley Cup in a row. All right, here we go. Stanley Cup in the building here in game number 5. Buffalo holds on to a 1-goal lead, 3-2 here in the third period. Winnipeg, I mean, they're fighting for their lives right now, down 3-1 in the series. It's a massive hill to climb. Josh Morrissey ties the game up, but man, if anybody can do it, it might be the 8-1 Jets. They used to be 8-0, but obviously that Toronto game happened. There you go. Gabriel Velarde gives them the lead late in the third period. Are they going to hold on and force a game 6? They will indeed do so. Winnipeg did enough to force a game 6. Can they do even more to force 7 back on home ice in front of those fans? Buffalo gets the lead. Bowen Byram on Connor Hellebuyck. A 3-2 game. 3-3 as Austin Matthews finally has awoken, ties the game up at 3. We got 13 minutes remaining to go in this third period. Shots are 37-23 for the Buffalo Sabres. Are we actually going to have our first overtime of the entire playoffs? Finally, we get some overtime hockey here in the Stanley Cup Finals. In Game 6, the Sabres hold on to a 3-2 series lead. Obviously, the Jets trying to force 7 back on home ice, but the Buffalo Sabres, they want to go back-to-back here. They want to get their second cup in the row. McDavid, beautiful feed. Svechnikov turns around, and Hellebuyck makes the great save. One shot is really all it takes here in overtime, especially with the computer AI. You never really know. They usually tend not to have the greatest offensive awareness. Bowen Byram over to Tuck, over to McDavid, looking. Svechnikov to Tuck again, shooting. The Sabres are all over Winnipeg right now. Bowen Byram trying to get a shot on net, and they can't not do so. Aaron Ekblad has to regroup. Over to Connor McDavid, the best player of all time. Finds Alex Tuck. Over to Svechnikov, shooting. And an easy save by Hellebuyck. You might need to do more if you want to beat Hellebuyck one-on-one there. We're probably going to have to get a screen in front. Ehlers, where is he going? Over to Josh Morrissey, who for some reason might not make Team Canada, although I think he should be an easy lock as the 5th defenseman on that team. Oh no, turnover. Kyle Connor headed the other way. You got to go the other way, brother. To Tummy Ache Matthews wearing number 3. Oh my God. That is a sacrilege jersey. Why is Matthews wearing 3? Uh-oh. Aaron Ekblad over, trying to cross-crease it over to, I don't even know who that was. Here we go. Mark Scheifele on a 2-on-2 to Gabriel Velarde. Deking does not get a shot off as JJ Peterka picks up the puck. So far, we've had a back-and-forth overtime period. I mean, you guys know the deal. I'm going to hop into one of these bad boys, and oh no, there it is. Velarde all alone. Cannot bury the puck, though. Scheifele back to the point. And an easy save by Luukkonen. I can honestly only withstand one of these overtime frames of watching the computers go back and forth. At a time, at least. I can hop into another one, but more than one. Once you start getting to double OT and stuff like that. Great save. Rebound. Velarde. Full pressure for the Jets. They can't get another great chance, though. Tage Thompson skates it out. 8:45 left to go in overtime. Scheifele gets the puck. He regroups it over to Cole Perfetti, I believe. Number 91. Yes. Perfetti coming into the zone, looking, shooting, and he cannot get the puck off the ice, just like a Timbits hockey player. A massive face-off here with 7 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Scheifele loses it. Samuelson skates that puck out. Why don't we get, oh, there's Matty Beniers. Who cares? Connor McDavid, get out on the ice, brother. We need that 99 to go to work here. In the middle, Jokiharju can't even hit the goddamn net. Down low to McDaddy. Connor looking over. Alex Tuck was all alone, and he cannot beat Hellebuck. Big turnover by Buffalo, and Svechnikov gets robbed by Hellebuck right out of the corner. God damn. 5:09 left to go in the overtime frame. McDavid on the draw. Wins it. Back to the point. Back to Bryson. Over to Clifton. Shoots. Rebound was there, but nobody was on top of the puck. Man, you guys are so close to back-to-back titles. Yeah, you're not that hungry. Over. Nina Ryder shooting. Great save by Luukkonen. Moves up to McDaddy. McDavid weaving through. He doesn't. He can't even split the D. Come on, AI. Somebody's got to cook up a goal here. Over. Nina Ryder shooting. A great save by Luukkonen. We have yet to see a single goal in the overtime period. Over to Josh Morrissey. Ripping it on net. Rebound. And there it is. The Winnipeg Jets will force 7 back on home ice in a do-or-die game, as they've crawled all the way back. They were down 3-1 in the series, and now it's winner take all. All right, here we go. Game 7, do or die for both teams, and how fitting is it that we get a 1-1 tie heading into the third? Buffalo and Winnipeg going at it to see who's going to take home the Stanley Cup in the second season of this sim. Please do not give me overtime again. I don't want to see OT. I do not want to see OT. Somebody take the lead in this very tight game. No. Winnipeg with 3:35 remaining to go. Winnipeg with 3 minutes left to go will score, get the lead, and now they're on the verge of making history. I don't know if any team have come back down 3-1 in the final series before. Kyle Connor shooting, rebound. Luukkonen makes the save. The Buffalo Sabres are going to have to empty their net soon. 52 seconds left to go. Empty the net. Oh, Alex Tuck just got laid out by Kyle Connor. Aaron Ekblad skating in. There it is. Empty net. Svechnikov shooting, and Hellebuck will make the great save. This is it. 42 seconds left to go. 6-on-5 action as Buffalo have pulled their goalie. Baumgartner shooting. There's a rebound, and the net is off its moorings. There it is. The Stanley Cup awaiting to be presented to the winner, which could possibly be the Winnipeg Jets after being down 3-1 in this series. Absolutely zero quit in this team. And now they are like, what, 30 seconds away from winning the Stanley Cup for the first time in their franchise's history? 40.1 seconds to go. 6-on-5 action again. The Jets, Ehlers wins the draw. Oh no, Alex Tuck squeaking through, trying to go 5-hole. I have no idea why. That was literally never going to work on Connor Hellebuck. Kyle Connor skates it out. He's got wheels as well, baby. He's got wheels. He's in the zone, and he will bury it. The empty netter, the insurance marker. The Winnipeg Jets will do the impossible after being down 3-1, claw their way back to a Game 7 on home ice, and get the job done as they go all the way here in season number 2, beating the reigning and defending Stanley Cup champions in the Buffalo Sabres, who now have Connor McDavid and Andrei Svechnikov and I believe Aaron Ekblad. So they have a very good team over there, trying to get their second straight, but just could not get the job done, as Winnipeg will emerge in number 3. Austin Matthews, 18 goals, 32 points. Definitely well-deserved for Mr. Tummyache. And here comes the captain, Adam Lowry, the best in the league to raise the Stanley Cup here in Winnipeg for the first time ever, as in year number 2, the Winnipeg Jets are Stanley Cup champions. Austin Matthews will have the most goals at 18 and the most points at 32 in the playoff run. McDavid at 29. Kyle Connor was very good. Crosby, again, only played 18 games, but was extremely well in those games with 29 points. And Andrei Svechnikov, 14 goals and 25 points. Draisaitl will win the Ted Lindsay, McDavid the Maurice Richard, Kucherov the Art Ross, and Pasta the Hart Trophy. Charlie McAvoy will win the Norris. We got Matthews the Conn Smythe, Demko the Vezina, and yet again, Barkov the Selkie. Now, in the final season, the Tampa Bay Lightning will be the best team in the league, winning 53 games, 116 points, followed by the Winnipeg Jets. Colorado had a good season. Edmonton was up there, Florida, and the Rangers. And at the bottom, San Jose with 24 wins on the season. That is tough. Sidney Crosby will finally go off in the sim. He won't have the most goals. That would be Nathan MacKinnon with 60, but Crosby would have the most points at 118. Draisaitl had 115. Kucherov was up there. Nathan MacKinnon had a very good year. Matthews put up 108, which I believe would be a career high for him. We overall had a lot of 100-point scorers in the National Hockey League this season, and even for goals was up by a lot. Crosby had 56. He came in second place, passed to 55. Draisaitl 52. Matthews 52. So we had like 5 50-goal scorers. As Connor Hellebuyck has the most wins at 53, and the most shutouts, Freddie Anderson put up 11 on the year. And now here is our third and final playoff bracket of the entire video. And now as we head into the Cup Finals, we got the Edmonton Oilers up against the New York Rangers. No Connor McDavid will be playing in this series. New York, I think they got Jack Hughes, which is the biggest acquisition. And the Edmonton Oilers, I cannot even remember who I added to their team. Here we go. Game number 1 in Rogers Place in Edmonton, and the Oilers will win it 3-1 with 2 third-period goals by none other than Shaq Hyman, also 1 empty netter. Moving on to game number 2, the Rangers. I mean, they don't want to fall down 0-2 in the series, and that is exactly what they're going to do. Hyman, Landy, Skinner, and Adam Henrique will all score in the third period alone. This is basically a must-win game for the Rangers. They fall down 0-3 and they are cooked, and that is exactly what they are. Victor Arvidsson scores in the third period, a 4-2 win, and the Oilers now are 1 win away from winning the Cup without McDavid. Stanley Cup in the building, Game 4 in Madison Square Garden, and the Rangers hold on to a 2-1 lead despite getting outshot 30-24 in the third period. Igor needs to have a massive period if he wants the Rangers to hold on here. We know the Oilers, they're going to throw a lot of shots on net. 5 minutes left to go. Can the Rangers force a game number 4 or game 5? What am I saying? 1 minute left in the game, and they will finally win their first in the Stanley Cup Finals. Every game from here on out, of course, is a must-win for the Rangers. Heading into the third, they hold on to a 3-1 lead, possibly being able to force game 6 back on home ice. And oh, there it is, 4-1. Jack Hughes, power play marker, and we will have a game 6. New York is carrying all the momentum in the world heading into this game, and it's showing a 3-0 lead here in the third period. Leon Draisaitl gets the Oilers on the board. They're not out of it. There it is. Jeff Skinner makes it a 1-goal game, and now the Rangers, they get quiet. They get nervous. They start quaking in their boots as they try to hold on to a 1-goal lead. 5 minutes left to go in the third period. Will they force a game 7? And it looks like we will have a do-or-die game for the second Cup Final in the row. Last year, it was Buffalo and the Jets. This season, we got the Oilers and the Rangers as Edmonton holds on to a 3-2 lead here in the third. They were up 3-0, even worse than last season, to be honest. The New York Rangers already have all the momentum, winning 3 in a row after losing the first 3 of the series. They tie the game up. Mika Zibanejad on Stuart Skinner, the best goaltender in the world. 4 minutes left to go. Sam Carrick might have just scored the game winner for the Stanley Cup. Unless something else changes here with 42 seconds left to go, the New York Rangers might have just completed the best comeback in NHL history. And the Oilers, the biggest collapse in NHL history. Never mind. Victor Arvidsson right away will put that shit to bed, tying the game up at 4 apiece. Well, I guess my worst nightmare is about to unfold in front of my eyes. More overtime and watching the computers go back to back. Jack Hughes walking and loses it to Matthias Ekholm. Maybe the Oilers can't cook up something here. Jeff Skinner loses it to, I believe that is Keandre Miller behind the net. Draisaitl out in front. That was literally the worst shot you could have had, but Igor on Leon Draisaitl absolutely robs him. Not a lot of time left here in the third period. 15 seconds to go. Adam Fox skates it up. Let's see. There's one final rush. What can the New York Rangers do? Artemi Panarin just straight up loses it. And it looks like we are going to have overtime in Game 7 unless Zach Hyman comes in and rips it. He will not. Here we go. Overtime in Game 7. Do or die. Whoever scores obviously will go on and win the Stanley Cup in the third and final season of the video. The loser If it's Edmonton, they're going to feel really bad. If it's the Rangers, I mean, I've been there before. You saw it, my Oilers. Artemi Panarin coming in. He should have honestly passed that over to Adam Fox. I don't know what he was thinking. Breadman back to the point to Fox, ripping it. And Skinner will make the blocker save again to the point. Where's the defenseman at? Why was he not on the wall there? Chris Kreider looking over to Breadman. Over to Keandre Miller. The computers have no idea what they want to do with the puck right now. Come on, move that up, Keandre. What are you doing? Like, what are you waiting for? Jeff Skinner coming in. Skinner over to Hyman, and they don't even get a shot on net. Oh my God, there it is. Again, Skinner. I don't know why Skinner just can't raise the puck off the ice, perhaps. I mean, you're a National Hockey League player. That should be, at bare minimum, very easy to do. Vinny Trocheck over. The 1-2 was there for 57, but unfortunately for the Rangers, they get a counterattack here. Matthias Ekholm walking in. Ekholm looking. He's looking for somebody behind the net in front. Eichel ripping it. Rebound. Igor was there every day of the week and twice on Sundays. That was not going in. 2-on-1. Zibanejad with 57. He doesn't get the pass over. Who is this job? Quinton Byfield, right. This guy's a monster. He looks like a giant out there. A man amongst boys, Byfield. Playing it down low. He doesn't get it to go, though. Out to Jack Eichel. Former Buffalo Sabre, former Vegas Golden Knight. To Sagan, coming in, gets absolutely dummied by the Trouba train. And the Rangers will counterattack Smith. Riley Smith. I think it's Riley Smith. I don't even know. Over to Cullo. Shooting. Actually, it might be Will Smith, if I'm not mistaken. Hedl again. Where are we going? Nurse. Up to Adam Henrique. Over to Landy. Gabriel Landeskog coming down the wing. Over to Victor Arvidsson, and they're offside. I think we may have had like 2-3 shots, maybe bare minimum, from the computers here in the overtime frame. I'm hoping somebody can score. I don't even care who scores at this point. Smith dumps it in deep on a 2-on-2. Very interesting play there. Emerson gets board played. Moves it up to Walter Arvidsson, who did tie the game up for the Oilers. Up to Evander Kane. No, that's Darnell Nurse. My bad. Can somebody please score? Okay, good. We get a power play. The New York Rangers are headed to the PP because Adam Henrique, unfortunately, he slashed somebody. Do I just pull the empty net and maybe even force a goal to go in for the Edmonton Oilers here on the penalty kill? Kulak wins the draw, and he's going to dump it down deep. If they don't score, I'm literally going to blow my brains out. Adam Fox, where are you going? Move it up to Zibanejad. Here we go. Let's get some nice creativity in the offensive zone here, Rangers. Shooting! Easy save by Skinner, though. 4:17 left to go in the overtime frame. Oh my God, Zibanejad partying all summer. Might have packed on some muscle there, bodying that defenseman. Artemi Panarin, where are you going? Breadman moves it over to Vinny Trocheck to Fox. Okay, the Rangers are moving around, but their power play is in fact over. Artemi cooking. What? Oh my God, Panarin, do something, dude. Fox over to Zibanejad, tip in front. Come on, boys. Somebody bear the puck. Skinner moves it up to Shaq Hyman. Does he have the game winner on his stick? No, he does not. He gets stripped like a hooker. Dear God, Adam Fox using his great skating ability. Why would he do that in the middle? Zibanejad and a great blocker save by Stewart Skin Daddy Skinner. Nurse moves it up to Dry. No energy at all. Draisaitl over Shaq Hyman. Game winner, series winner, and a golden goal as the Edmonton Oilers will not choke away a 3-0 series lead. And who else would it be than Shaq Hyman to win it for the Oilers? Even without Connor McDavid. Obviously, they picked up Gabriel Landeskog and Jack Eichel. They get the job done here in the third and final season after damn near blowing and having the worst collapse of all time in Stanley Cup final history. We got Leon winning the Conn Smythe. He had a very good playoff run, 12 goals and 35 points. As we now have Evan Bouchard as the newest captain of the Oilers, he will go up and collect the Stanley Cup as Edmonton in year number 3. They have gone all the way and get it done. Even without Connor McDavid, somehow, some way, almost damn near blowing the biggest lead in history in the Cup Finals, they are Stanley Cup champions. Sidney Crosby will take home the Ted Lindsay, Art Ross, and Hart Trophy. McKinnon, the Maurice Richard. Cale Makar will win the Norris. We got Draisaitl, the Conn Smythe. Vasi, the Vezina, and the Selke, yet again the Barkov. Well, that is going to do it for this video as we went ahead to swap the first and second overall picks going back damn near 2 decades. And the 3 Stanley Cup winners were the Buffalo Sabres, the Winnipeg Jets, and of course the Edmonton Oilers. All had their rosters changed because of me. Regardless of that, they got the job done. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you leave some support on it. Let me know in the comments below what you would like to see next. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, don't be silly. Wrap your willy.